Joining us at this year's Moonshot from Nigeria are the Honourable Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital, Dr. Bosun Tijani.
I think generally Techcabal should get a lot of kudos for putting together such an event to bring in high caliber people like Minister Bosun Tijani. I really wish that all of us that attended that event and more people and Moonshot can spread some of the ideas and take some feedback that would actually implement.
For the first time in the history of this ministry, 2 months after being appointed, we released a strategic blueprint, which is online. And the strategic blueprint is hinged on 5 key pillars. One is talent, which I've talked about. The second is infrastructure. The third is policy, where we're saying our policies should be pro-innovation and not just be there to regulate. And the third is understanding that if we have decent pool of talent, if we have strong infrastructure, if our policy is pro-innovation, we need this community, which is the entrepreneurs, to actually help us build for critical sector. And the last one, which I think we should all care about, is trade. Because Nigeria, for some funny reasons, is rated as one of the lowest countries when it comes to the ECI trade index for technology, which means we're not exporting technology, and that's a fat lie, as we all know. Because we know that Nigeria has a significant number of technology companies operating in multiple countries. But of course, the reason why it's not being recognized is that most of you have registered these businesses in Delaware.
I think the discussion in the room today was very, give a lot of food for thought. I mean, it's a lot, it comes back to basics. We are talking about capacity building, we are talking about infrastructural needs. And in these sectors, Sweden has a lot of solutions that we hope to bring forward even more and discuss further and on a deeper level.
Africa is talking about digital trade. And it matters because this problem in the first of such vehicles in the entire they dedicated for all to digital trade, right? And Africa is spearheading that conversation. Now, in that context, I'm going for a bit to hear from Bosun. Like you said, it's a roundtable. So one of the things should be said to that we expect you to speak, right? Please let your opinions, let your in. And so open it up. And I want to hear from a number of states, particularly a number of countries. How are you thinking of digital trade, whether within Africa or without?
Where we're really looking to focus is on things I've already mentioned. Cybersecurity and where our private sector can play a role. Skills training, we have incredible examples of US companies that are already working on that throughout Nigeria. And then on data privacy, you mentioned that. And the cross-border data privacy forum, really working on where Nigeria can lend its expertise on that. These are things that we're focusing on.
We must look at how we can further support government to help us. So basically, help us to help you to help us strategy. Should help us create that order effect on the market from investments. When we're speaking to partners, we need to ensure that their agenda serves our agenda. So that's one of the problems we have. When we have partners actually stating the things that any does about Goshen or noticing about bullshit decisions banging.
Just like the question we asked, right? How, particularly thinking of that facilitating trade between France and Africa, Francophone Africa, Nigeria specifically. How does that fit into your work around digital trade, digital environment today?
Nigerian tech firms invest in France. So last year we had the Nigerian delegation in Patek, which is a main high-tech site in France. This year, hopefully, this year, next year, I just expect the members that we want to have a national pavilion from Nigeria in the Patek. And we just try to explain to the Nigerian company that France can be a hub in order to raise the activity, the high-tech activity in the issues, talking about investment, already under $1 billion of Nigerian invest in headcount. And a big chunk of that is in the tech sector. So there are conversations happening. There are Canadian programs facilitating those entrepreneurs coming into Canada. And as a result of it, there are investors down there to finally get to a decision, which is how do we make Nigeria to be more everything? How do we get Nigeria to work on the way of business to create all business proactions?
While at CCO, the question I always ask myself, really, when I'm taking decisions, is if you were the minister, what would you do? Because most people don't think about that, and that's the fact that I'll encourage that we all live here practicing that. You have to choose when you call yourself a leader, especially in a country like Nigeria, and you work in technology, whether you're working in technology to build strictly a company that will be profitable, or you're building an entity that you think can help disrupt the status quo. Because the way that will be done if you were building in the US or the UK is not the same way it's going to be done in Nigeria. We need to get that right. We can make all the assumptions we want about that. As simple as the most basic thing of even where you domicile your company, as simple, as straightforward as that is a leadership decision that is based on why you're building. Simply, if you're building a technology company that you think is going to change the future of Nigeria, but it's domiciled in Delaware, that future that you see may actually, overnight someone can take it away from you. You can build a great business that is profitable, that is based in Delaware, that is meant to help lift Nigeria, but there are laws in the jurisdiction in which you're set up that can change that dream overnight. So there's no need to pretend, and we have to be honest about that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong in building a profitable business. It's just a matter of perspective, right? It's good to build a profitable business. It's good for us to have profitable businesses in Nigeria. They add value to the society. But the position you take and the way you say things, I think they're important.